Have you ever seen something and you ask yourself, why does this exist? Like when you walk inside of a store and you see an item there to fix a problem that's literally not even real. Well, today we ended up getting one of the most greatest creations that absolutely no one asked for. Because why do we need something like this? And it has to start in Las Vegas, which I don't know why, for some weird reason, it just seems completely on brand that this item that literally no one wanted starts there. I don't know why. And I am obviously talking about the Las Vegas Orb. This creation right here. Yes, currently right now you're looking at one of the biggest circles ever made. I didn't know someone was there trying to go and beat that record because literally who really cares? Like you're going to be walking around saying like, hey, look guys, I have this right here. Do you have this? But I guess that is something that you could go and flex about. Our cities has one of the greatest circles ever made. Now what you're seeing right here is a 100% RGB circle. And that is an extremely big deal, especially for someone who is a gamer. I think it's pretty well known that every single high-tech, amazing, cool gamer setup, or whatever they call it these days, needs to be filled to the brim with RGB. It needs to be on the wall. Your PC needs to have extremely cool glowing RGB fans, and you even need to have your table completely filled with it, and don't forget your mouse and keyboard. And you need to have a keyboard cool enough where you have that setting where every time when you click something, then it turns into different colors. So like when you type in, you can make it rainbow colors, so you can go and flex on people who just doesn't have that. Like, oh, what? Your keyboard isn't RGB? Man, you're an absolute loser. I mean, you're probably not a gamer if you completely know what I'm talking about. Yes, this is a full orb where you can go and put literally whatever you want on it. Now, I don't know who decides what goes on it, but I feel like this is something that if it's given into the wrong hands, you could see some absolutely weird stuff put on it. I mean, maybe someone could go and put memes, or maybe someone could be completely unhinged and just start showing anime on it. And because we exactly know that's not what someone wants to see, especially when you're driving home. And what if they actually decide to play like an extremely good anime and they're going to be like too distracted driving and you're like, man, I could look at the road, but right now I'm watching like, I don't know, Demon Slayer or something. I just thought about the first anime that came to my head. But anyway, this is a brand new creation that's made and I have absolutely no clue why. Now this has been something that I've been looking at for like basically the past day recently because it just seems so meaningless. Like every time when I look at it, I'm like, man, this is so cool. But then I also think to myself, man, why would you literally spend like $2 billion on this? Because yeah, this was $2 billion. I mean, I think you could make something way more cooler than like the biggest circle in the world. But I guess no one was really trying to go and beat this record. So when you're like the only person there, I guess you really are the champion. Because if no one else is there to compete with you, you are truly number one. I want to show you some videos that they ended up showing on the brand new orb. Now first right here we have Earth. Also I think this image shows how extremely huge this is. I mean you literally have cars driving on the streets of Las Vegas. Must be an absolutely terrible experience. And then you have just this absolutely ginormous orb showing you just a photo of the Earth. And it looks extremely nice. They also have decided to go and show Mars. You know, an extremely amazing planet. Everyone absolutely loved it. It was a very cool planet to explore when it was in Destiny 2. Before it ended up being taken by the content vault. You know, it was extremely nice to see. We also have a snow globe. Now, I have absolutely no reason why you're going to want to use a snow globe now, but I guess you could get some people in the holiday spirit, and hey, maybe if you are watching this video and it is the holiday, you can feel like you are in the holiday spirit from going to see a snow globe. I still think it's insane that you can literally go to the store and buy one of these, just pick up a good old snow globe and just put it next to your table or something all year around, but someone was like, no, I need to have the biggest one. So I'm going to spend billions of dollars so I can go and make the biggest snow globe ever made. Like imagine if they ended up making that into one creation where they actually ended up filling this up with snow. So you just have this absolutely oversized snow globe. I mean, it's probably coming eventually in time. If people are spending money like this, there's probably going to be some billionaire who has just way too much money on his hands and absolutely nothing to do. He's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to build a real snow globe castle, which I think will be something extremely cool. Just imagine actually owning a castle. Like you have your own lair that you can go walk around in, and I don't really know what you're gonna do in it. I mean, I don't really go outside that much, so I guess I can walk around and sit down and play video games. And maybe I can fill the castle to the brim with RGB so I can have like the first ever gamer temple. That sounds like something absolutely cringe. I don't know why someone will be proud to have something like that. But hey, they have to be a first for everything. And if I could be the first person to make the first gamer castle, that is something that I'll be extremely happy about. Now I'm getting getting extremely off topic. Now let's go to something else. We have this monstrosity right here. A ginormous eyeball. I can't just imagine the fear in someone's face. Like, I can imagine him, he's driving, he's done doing activities in Las Vegas, which is like being broke. So he's like driving around very sad, and then he just looks to the side and you just see this. That's an absolutely ginormous, huge eyeball. And you have absolutely no clue what's going on. You're probably gonna think like you accidentally activated a raid boss, and now the final boss is coming. I have absolutely no clue why this is what you will decide to put on it. Just a literal huge eye that is just staring at you. Just the judgmental stare it has. The absolute blank face as it looks at you as you walk around and drive. Somehow I spit on my monitor. I have absolutely no clue how I was able to do something like that. That is extremely nasty. But you have just this ginormous eye just staring at you, judging your every single move. You can just feel it staring at you because you're in Las Vegas. How dare you go somewhere like that? You absolute loser. Now, I ended up doing some research about that, one Google search, and just seeing people talk about it on Twitter. And people are calling it like a brand new tourist attraction. Like, this is going to be something that people are going to drive all the way to Las Vegas so they can go and see the brand new luxurious Las Vegas orb. Which I guess it could be something extremely cool to see. Like when you're flying into the airplane and you pass the sign and everyone telling you that, hey, you made an absolutely ginormous mistake wanting to go to Las Vegas. I guess you can see this ginormous orb as it says something generic like, welcome, or this is the biggest circle ever made. It could be like, wow, look how cool this is. That's so nice and amazing. And then your eyes hurt because it's like really bright and this is in the middle of the night. Now I am wonder where this is built because I do feel extremely bad if you're like sleeping in an apartment and end up seeing something like this. Like, I imagine you come back from doing Las Vegas activities, so being super depressed, and then you're lying down and you're like, man, I just can't wait to go to bed. And then you look out your window, you just see a giant eyeball looking at you like, man, you made an extremely bad mistake, decided to go here to have fun. This is just a weird creation that I just wanted to talk about, and I also don't see a lot of people bringing this up, which is something extremely surprising because this easily has to be one of the dumbest things I ever see. But this is something that I just wanted to go and talk about it, and kind of just like anything weird I see, I decided to go and share it with you people. Anyway, my name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.